So I was lucky enough to buy this the other day. It was advertised locally, and it turns out to be quite an early model, this one. I've done a bit of research online, and it turns out that it's circa 1964 or 1965. So it's obviously the TE1, not the TE1A, so it is an early model. And it's this part of the image that tells us it's 1964 or 1965, apparently, according to this website I looked at. Because these earlier models had a different type of steering rod. It doesn't go down through the funnel, it attaches to the front axle. And because you've got two bars here, that dictates that it's 1964 or 65, because apparently in 1966 they changed the image to take this top bar out of the image, because they changed it to the bar going down the funnel for steering instead of joining to the axle. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's get it out of the box. So we got one steering rod bit. Let's get the engine out. So I couldn't quite believe the condition of this engine. It is really, really good condition. It's not one of the earliest. Apparently the earliest, I'm no expert on Mamod, but apparently the earliest didn't have pot rivets. They had nuts and bolts here and here. So obviously you can see that this one has got pot rivets, so it's not one of the earliest ones. However, it's not a TE1A, it is a TE1. A couple of things that differ. Well, let's have a look at this first. So we've got to take the coal scuttle off, and obviously you've got the mess burner attached to that. That's come out, obviously. The coal scuttle itself, really nice condition. Got a little bit of rust just there, but apart from that, it's really good. The mess burner, I've not cleaned this. This is how it came. I reckon that has been fired once. It's even got the paint still on the bottom. I mean, you don't get better than that, really, do you? I was chuffed a bit with that. So the other thing I've noticed with this is the way they attach the canopy to the funnel. It's just with like a little clip, which doesn't work terribly well, we have to say. But it doesn't have that little knurled screw to tighten down onto the canopy. It just basically clips over the funnel like that. And it doesn't have a reversing lever. On the TE1A there's a reversing lever here, as you probably well know if you're watching this video. So this is a forward engine only. But what it does have is a speed regulator. So you've got a lovely little Mamod tap here which would regulate your speed. And an earlier style whistle. So instead of having that like sort of long lever with a little loop on the end, you've got the earlier style, which is basically just another regulator tap really, but with a whistle on it instead of a pipe joining it. So a nice little tap for your whistle there as well. The band, the drive band's still on it. It's in lovely condition. I mean, I will never fire this. Absolutely never going to fire this. This is just a shelf queen, this is. So the steering rod then does seem a little bit odd to me, because I can't quite work it out. It's got a thread on the end here which goes in to that hole there, but the thread isn't long enough to be able to get right the way through that axle and put a nut on the back. So whether it does just slot in there. And then you've got your other bit of steering rod like you would normally have, and they just screw together, obviously when fairly tight. That then slips into there like that, and you steer it like that. which, yeah, you can see why they changed it to having the steering rod down the funnel, because it's not great, not a great design that. But yeah, apparently that two-piece design that goes in the hole there, not down the funnel, dictates its year of manufacture, which is 64, 65. So thought you would appreciate having a look at that. Oh, the other thing as well is the level hole bung only has one little lever on it, not two. Apparently that's something else which makes it a TE1, not a TE1A. So I thought you might appreciate having a look at that. Thanks for looking. Please subscribe.